Come out and play.
Come out to play.
It was to play. I actually thought it was and play.
Yeah,
That did actually surprise me.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Toasted Classics. I am Dr. Clint Lanier.
And I am Dave McArthur, the dulcet tones. Oh, my God, my finger's actually caught in the bottle. It's going to be on there
What is
forever.
this show about?
This is the podcast where we take something people call a classic and we talk about it while we drink something inspired by the classic and decide whether it still gets to be called a classic. The word goes out, they beat the drums, they light the fires above Rohan, and they let everyone know that it is no longer a classic if we say it's not. So this is what happened to the film Are We There Yet? Starring Ice Cube, which nobody likes anymore because we shot it down. So that's our
that's what happened.
That's our imprimatur. That's what we do here. We're cruel, but we're fair. I think we're fair.
I think we're fair.
I think we're fair. We're talking about a film from 1979 called
The Warriors.
Warriors.
Not Warriors.
Now,
The Warriors.
Clint is now a fully tenured professor at this university.
Yes,
so
I am.
He doesn't even have to wear pants anymore when he comes to the office.
Nope.
But I did convince him to put on a leather vest. Mm-hmm. And that's all we're wearing today in the studio. We just leather vests that say Warriors. We got some eagle feathers in our hair to make sure we culturally appropriate Native Americans.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Love that.
I love it too.
I wanted to ask you. You're a professor of rhetoric.
Yes.
How do you think Cyrus does in his speech?
I think he does great.
He's terrific,
It's fantastic. I'd follow him anywhere.
The theatrics of doing one statement from the platform, then turning around, going to the ladder, talking a little bit more, climbing the ladder to finish up with one last, can you dig it?
Well, he uses logic, right?
He does.
His logic is, there are 60,000 of us.
Math, not how I would appeal.
20,000 of those cops.
Yep.
We can run this city.
With auxiliaries, we have another 10,000.
He was like...
It's a lot of math for talking to a crowd full of punks. I feel like I might have gone with a little more pathos to start out. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I would have logosed so hard.
He used pathos in it.
He definitely
to stir him up, right? Because can you dig it?
Can you dig it? We got the riffs, we got the orphans, and nobody's getting wasted.
No orphans. Orphans.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking that as I said.
Losers.
Good. I'm glad you were paying attention. Thank you.
Losers.
Losers. The orphans are kind of weak. I'm not a fan. And their chick even ditched them. Their old lady even ran off.
Well, why don't you give us a summary of the movie?
So this is a film where we've got...
I like this. This is film. This isn't a movie.
This is a great movie, I think. I think there's just a lot of film going on in this movie, so I'll call it a film.
Okay.
It opens with that weird shot of the Ferris wheel with the lights.
Yeah.
And immediately, I haven't seen this in a long time, so immediately I was like, this movie is better than it needs to be right here. Just why would you start with this crazy shot of the Ferris wheel that's reflected in the emblem of the Warriors, if you catch it a little bit? Mm-hmm. This guy calls a conclave like all the gangs in New York City to try to use their numbers to overwhelm the police if they could just stop fighting each other. And while they're at this meeting, the leader Cyrus is murdered by one of the guys in the crowd.
By whom?
By David Patrick Kelly's character. I don't know.
Luther.
Is it Luther? Okay.
Yeah, Luther from is it The Rogues?
I don't know. I was wondering that. I was actually trying to see if I had caught what they were called, but I wasn't sure. Because they don't get he's so distinctive. The actor is really like just grinding gears. He's so great in this, but he's not in it terribly. I thought maybe there'd be more head to head between him and the Warriors, but it's not until the very end. He's the final boss. It's him and his gang. But basically they have to make it back. The conclave takes place at Van Cortlandt Park up in the Bronx, which is such a terrifying place in the city that I've been to soccer games with my kid playing there. It's just really, really an awful place. But it's beautiful, and there's like flowers and like in a nice Italian restaurant across the street. And
nice.
This is 2020's New York versus 1970s New York. This is not the same place.
This is pre-Giuliani New York, is how I put it.
This is definitely pre-Giuliani. Yes, absolutely. This is when the city was going bankrupt. The federal government told them to drop dead.
Yes, you couldn't walk through Times Square without sticking to the pavement.
So the first time I ever went to New York, 1991, right? I was in ninth grade, and I went there with a school trip, and it was still there was a little hangover of being scary from the 70s. It was still kind of I remember going outside and people offering me drugs and stuff everywhere I walked. And we were staying at like 34th Street, which is a mall today. Yeah. Literally a mall. So it's a very different, it's not the New York that I ever got to, except I got to know it from watching a couple of movies like The Warriors and Death Wish. I think is the other one that's very
that's
much
right.
very similar to
Forgot
this.
all about that.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, I didn't get through the synopsis, and we'll get back to that. But I was thinking, what are like the great New York movies?
Yeah.
Right. Like, what's your Hall of Fame for New York films? I mean, it depends on whether you like New York or not. I mean, you could go with Enchanted or something like that. If you like New
I was
York,
going to say you could have like what was that stupid Made in Manhattan or one of those dumb things,
right?
You know?
Right. Or like, you know, what's a good one that's kind of in between is Big. Big, I feel like shows the city as being scary, but also fun and amazing, and a place where you can
pedophilia in it. And that,
yeah, that's true. Let's not discuss that. That's
disturbing.
But in terms of it being a New York movie, I actually think it's one of the better representations because it shows the city, like I said, as being scary.
Yeah.
But also he hits it big.
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver's definitely a New York film, but that's a 70s. That's like terrifying New York. That's the difference. I think Big is more an accurate depiction because it's both. It's like it's a place where you can kill it and it's a place where you can be killed.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I think that those two things are both true. Yeah. Maybe not so much now. There's less of the being killed, to be perfectly honest. But you could definitely hit it big, and it's a little scary, and there aren't a whole lot of sequences about how expensive your rent is in this film. I feel like that. If you're really trying to scare me about Manhattan, I think if you'd be like, you're not going to believe your utility bill alone. Can you pay your utility bill?
Right.
But anyway, so the Warriors get in trouble up in Van Cortlandt Park. This guy gets murdered, and they have to make it back.
And they get framed for his murder.
They get framed for his murder, right? So they have to make it back with every single gang in the city trying to kill them, which is why the 2024 version that they made, like the remake, they just call an Uber and they're home. And
right,
it's like the end of the story. So, but yeah, no, in the film they have to get back and they have to take the train. And the train maps, by the way, are incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That's why somebody won an award, you know, for redesigning the New York subway map.
Yeah.
Because when I look at it, I'm just like, okay, perfect. I understand. I was looking at that thing they were showing. It was like a schematic of battleships, you know, like firing control systems or something. I couldn't understand. Where are these places?
But I got to admit that subways don't look that much different.
What are you talking about? The graffiti all over the place. They were at the 96th Street station, right? That's where I go all the time. It does not look like that at all. Although I have to say, the part where they're running away from the police in the station and everybody's lost and can't find where they are, that is accurate.
Yeah.
All those stations that are like multi-levels, I've been in them 100 times. I still can't find my way around. Like it's impossible. So what are we drinking tonight?
Well, what are we drinking tonight?
Well, what we're drinking is it's actually the beer itself has nothing to do with it. Wait a minute. You said I have to put my fingers in the bottle.
Yeah, you have to actually put your fingers in the bottle. That's what he does.
You get that sound out of beer bottles clacking together. And I wanted to get nice, short, stubby bottles. I was thinking Red Stripe.
I think he's got a Budweiser bottle. So there's a scene at the end of the movie, and it's an iconic scene.
Iconic, absolutely
iconic.
Where
Luther, leader of the Rogues, I think it's called the Rogues, he has three beer bottles, and he's clinking them together. Clink, 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 and he says, "Warriors come out to play." And he just does it over and over and over. Just as something that's kind of unnerving.
Could be one of the best improvs ever.
And that was totally improv.
Yeah, like he knew he needed something to put his distinctive imprint on the scene. It's like Indiana Jones shooting the swordsman.
Yeah.
And that are two of the best improvs.
It's such a great part. And he found the beer bottles like underneath the boardwalk while they're filming. They're trying to come up with something. And he just started doing it. And the director's like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so we're just drinking a couple of Coors
Banquet beer, which I was telling Clint earlier, it's the first time I ever had Coors Banquet is like a week ago. And I went to Coors Field and watched the Rockies game. We got Coors beer.
So you're from the East Coast.
I'm from the East Coast, right? So I had Coors Light.
Yeah.
I think you can get Coors Banquet beer.
See, before my dad split when I was 3.
We've been drinking. This is the second podcast of the night. We're getting deep tonight.
I remember him drinking this. Maybe that's why he split. Anyway.
Yeah, it could be.
He went out to go buy some more and he never came back. It's really weird.
Eggs and milk and Coors Banquet beer.
Must be good beer. Opening scenes of this movie. They pay for their stupid fare. Every single one of them. There's a guy passing out quarters.
Yeah.
For the subway.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, because you get
tokens. Everybody pays for it when they're going to the conclave.
When he's with the girl, there's a really funny scene. Actually, it's pretty understated, but she has her tokens, so she pays, and he squeezes in behind her as they go through the thing and kind of like bumps up against her butt, and she's like, "Hey!" Like it's kind of funny because he gets onto the train for free by sneaking.
Nice.
I thought it was kind of like the John Travolta scene where she closes the door on him when he get in.
But at the beginning of the movie, I just had to laugh because like everybody is. There's actually a guy there giving them each their tokens.
That's funny.
As they're going.
Well, because they don't want any trouble with the cops on the way to the conclave.
Whatever. It was just so okay. That's
By the way, the police break up the conclave, right?
After the guy gets shot.
But I think they're there anyway, and they know about it somehow. I thought there was going to be something about the police getting involved, but I think you're supposed to think the cops are bad, right?
I think the cops are kind of like NPCs.
Exactly. But I think you're supposed to think they're villains. And I was thinking, this is an extremely effective police operation. I mean, they're like literally about to take over organized crime in the city.
And the cops
just break it up. And I'm like, hey, I would want the police to do exactly that.
But they don't come until like the
They don't come until
shot.
the gunshots.
Yeah.
But they're there. So they must have been, it's like Reservoir Dogs.
Maybe, yeah.
They didn't show up until he shot that one girl, but they were waiting.
Yeah.
That second wave of cops, those are the ones that were,
Yeah.
So maybe it's something like
and
that.
And then the whole Mercedes rule prostitute thing in the park.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, I didn't think. I thought she was just supposed to be sort of a like a randy housewife kind of situation.
I don't know.
She's supposed to be a prostitute.
I guess.
Speaking of Big, she's the mom from.
Yeah,
that
she's
movie.
the mom from.
She's
Big,
super attractive in this. Like I was like, oh, I'm kind of into.
Oh,
this.
young Mercedes rules.
Young Mercedes rules.
Yeah,
pretty attractive.
She's very hot. Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, yeah, and
Ajax falls for her. Like,
Ajax definitely.
baby.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, hey, well, yeah, sure. What are you doing?
Yeah.
There's the other girl is the one that it plays like the love interest, who's just sort of the trashy girl that hangs out with the other gang and then jumps the fence to go with their gang because I don't know why.
A better gang. Yeah.
She's from Too Close for Comfort. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
With oh my God, what was the hilarious? Monroe was like the gay roommate guy that lived downstairs, and Henry Rush. He was like a cartoonist.
I don't remember that
I used
at
to
all.
watch that show all the time when I was a kid. It was from, I would say, like 78 to 84.
Well, I thought she did look like a little.
She looked familiar, so that's why I looked it up, and that's what she was. There's a brunette and a blonde daughter in the family, and then she's the brunette.
So the Warriors. Okay, so there's 9 delegates from each of these gangs.
Yeah,
and they go there. They're supposed to be like not packing. So these 9 Warriors.
They use packing a lot more broadly than I would.
Yeah.
When I say packing, I mean a gun.
Are you packed? And they
Yeah,
just
they
have
say, are you packed?
knives
But it's just knives and nunchucks.
or whatever.
Somebody told me, we went into a fight and somebody told me I'm packing, and then they pulled out a pipe. I'd be like, dude, I needed a gun in this situation.
That's not. But actually, that's interesting. There's only one use. Well, no, there's 2 uses
There's a couple
of
of uses of guns.
2 uses of guns.
There's 3.
There's 3?
There's 3. There's an unsuccessful firing by the chicks that lure them in.
Lizzies.
There's an unsuccessful when David Patrick Kelly has the gun and gets hit, and then there's Cyrus gets shot.
Okay, so
so David Patrick Kelly twice.
That's
right.
twice.
Okay,
so there's only twice, really.
2 people use a gun, yeah.
But then you have and this is where, for me, like this is where the 70s come into play.
Okay.
So you have a gang, quote unquote, gang called
The baseball?
Baseball All-Stars.
The Baseball Furies.
Baseball Furies.
Yeah, which is, the name is actually pretty cool.
And so they all dress like old Yankees players and carry baseball
Except
bats.
ones with kabuki makeup or something. Like, they have yellow and pink.
and they carry baseball bats.
Yeah.
This, I was like,
So I had this thought because a lot of the time I'll go on the train and we're going to baseball stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll be walking around the train with a bat a lot. And I'm thinking, I don't mind having a bat when I'm on the train. It's actually, and I was thinking, they probably, and I think it was based on a real gang. They didn't wear the makeup, but I think there was a gang that would carry their baseball gear because you could get away with it.
Yeah.
Cops are like, what are
Maybe
you doing?
so. Yeah, maybe
Cops
so.
are like, what are you doing on the train with a weapon? You're like, what do you mean? I'm going to a baseball game.
but then you had another gang that was on roller skates.
Yeah. Do you know what the hardest thing about being in a roller skating gang is?
What's that?
Telling your parents you're gay.
Right. I would imagine so.
Yeah, that's the difficult thing.
I would imagine.
So, there's a lot of different themed gangs.
Yes, themed gangs.
There's a roller skate gang. There's a female gang called the Lezzies. No, sorry, the Lizzies.
Lizzies.
There's the Baseball Furies, and then there's the Black Gang. That's the theme of that one gang, is that everybody's black.
Those are the riffs.
The riffs are the that's
riffs.
the riffs. What would that be? I don't know what that is a reference to. But
No.
I thought it was cute how the Warriors are interracial.
Cute.
Didn't you think it was cute how they're interracial? Like in reality?
So in the book, they're all black.
Yeah, you would think so, right?
Yeah. In the book, like they're a black gang, and that didn't play into the white sensibilities so much. So
I think they just
mix them up.
Yeah. Do you think they were trying to? I thought somebody said they didn't want to just depict a bunch of non-white people doing violence,
right?
And sort of play into that.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
that and they thought it'd be more like a black exploitation.
Yeah, a little
type
bit
of movie.
It would have been, yeah.
But you had, the leader of the Warriors was black, and he gets taken down right at the beginning, Cleon.
Yeah.
And so then you have like the war chief, Swan.
Did one of the guys die? Did the guy get thrown in front of the train and die? Okay.
So that's okay. There's a weird story about that dude.
Okay. Because I was wondering that. I was like, this is just like a mook, and nobody responded to him being dead. Like there were only 9 of them. And they're like,
well, there's a reason why.
Hey, what happened to Franco? I don't know. He's just street pizza in front of the subway for some reason. He's like wrestling with a cop, like hand
Wrestling
to
with the
hand
cop, and then the cop throws him over.
Who's your favorite?
I don't know if I have a favorite warrior, to be honest.
I think Ajax is pretty sweet. I
Yeah,
thought he was a lot.
maybe.
I thought he was a lot. He's like such a jerk, but I think he's
Ajax.
fun to watch fight. Like he's a good fighter, and that actor's cool. James.
Yeah, I like that dude too.
Yeah, he's cool. He was in Dexter. Did you ever watch Dexter? He played the dad on Dexter.
Really?
James Remar. Yeah, he was considered. He was going to play RoboCop. I actually just heard that today. I happened to be listening to a podcast about RoboCop, and they mentioned him as being a potential to play him. That's a cool actor. I like him a lot. He was in Beverly Hills. He was in not Beverly Hills, but 48 Hours as the villain, which is the same guy who wrote this movie. Walter Hill.
So.
He used the same actor a couple of times. The guy just has a cool face with like the gap between his teeth and stuff. Like
Thomas G. Waits is the actor, and he played a character named Fox. Now, if you remember, it was kind of a big plot point. So when Luther shoots Cyrus,
right,
he turns around.
Oh, is Fox the one that sees
Fox
it?
is the one that's watching him.
Okay.
And he's about to shoot Fox when the cops come down. So Fox escapes, and Fox is like this voice of reason about what's going on. Up until that first fight with the cops, he gets tossed into the subway and run over by a train.
So he's dead.
So he's dead.
Canonically, like that's what happened. Okay.
That's what happened. Okay.
I was thinking maybe he was the one that got the word out that it wasn't them.
So what happened?
Oh, there was another guy that saw it.
He was supposed to be there till the end. He and the director hated each other.
Oh, I heard there was bickering. Yeah. Okay.
Got into a big thing. Just had it out, just kept going at it, blah, 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 could not get straight, blah, blah, blah. And the director one day is like, I've had it. I want you to kill this guy off. So he goes to the stuntman, basically fires the guy, goes to the stuntman and says, I want you to figure out a way to kill this dude.
Right.
And the stuntman's like, okay. So they come up with this thing.
Right.
They got a guy that kind of looked like him, threw him in front of the subway.
Train, yeah.
Okay, he's dead. He's actually uncredited in this movie.
Ouch.
He was like so mad about it. About being killed off, about everything that happened. He's like, I don't even want my name on this, blah, 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 and he walks away. He later said that like it was a big mistake. That guy, okay, have you ever seen The Thing?
Like the Carpenter version.
The Carpenter version of The Thing?
I have, yeah.
Remember the guy that was smoking pot all the time in the post office, has the hair? That's the same dude.
That's the same actor.
Yeah,
okay.
Same actor. And basically the exact same character. He has the same hair. It looks exactly like him. I was like, holy cow, that's the same
interesting.
dude. Later he said like he really regretted how everything happened. And
Right.
I mean, they're young and they're stupid.
I was actually in the English Patient.
Were you?
I had beef with the director, and I had to walk.
Were you the guy that was killed when the plane crashes and crashes right onto you?
Yeah, I was the pilot, and that was the end.
That's terrible.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to make artistic decisions like that.
I don't blame you.
So you didn't have a favorite gang member. What's your favorite gang?
I don't have a favorite gang.
Which one? I mean,
probably the Leslie's.
That's the gang you'd be in.
That's the gang I would want to be with.
Yeah.
To hang out with.
Did you say Leslie's?
Did I?
Lizzie's.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just making sure.
I don't know if I'd want to be.
Seemed like an obvious trap.
I don't think I'd want to be in that gang. I think I'd just like want to hang out and watch.
Yeah.
Watch the gang.
Oh, yeah,
observe.
Yeah. Sure.
Like for like a sociological reasons. Like,
absolutely.
let me watch you.
Like attend to the upholstery in their office.
Absolutely.
The rugs, the carpets.
Can I get you more
the
more
wallpaper,
mind-altering drugs?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe like ecstasy or something that'll make you feel more loose and free and happy.
There you go. Well, those girls seem pretty laid back.
I think so. The Leslies were Lizzie's.
Lizzie's.
Yeah. They seemed really nice.
Till they pulled their guns. I actually thought that the one girl, Mercy, I thought that was Rosario Dawson. I looked
she looks a lot.
I looked it up because
like
I was
her.
like, it's got to be her mother or something, right?
It's
not.
It looks a lot like her, huh?
I don't think that actress is Puerto Rican at all.
Yeah.
But like they really nailed.
She's Italian or something like that.
It was like Van something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was completely not the name you would expect.
It's probably her dad's side. Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, you never know. So
it's probably like an Argentinian.
You know what I was thinking about a lot of the time during this? Double Dragon. You ever played Double Dragon? Everybody,
yes.
The worst controls, but you just have to line up with a bow.
Actually, I was thinking about a lot of fighting games.
There's a bit where, because I was thinking about it, because he gets in the fight with the baseball Furies and he punches the guy, the bat flies out. Then he has the bat, right?
Yes.
And then at one point, the cop's running at him and he chucks the bat at the guy. And I was like, you could do that in Double Dragon.
Yeah.
You throw the knife, you throw the bat. It's not the most effective.
Everything you did, yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny because I hadn't thought about that game in I don't even know how many years. But that's a good game. Favorite part of the movie? Or do you like the movie? Do you have a good vibe?
Yeah, no, so I watched the movie. It's funny because when I was in my fraternity, way back in the day, like we're talking like 30 years ago, we used to watch it because it was just a fun movie to watch. And
it is. It's like Enter the Dragon. It's it's got some bad acting and stuff, but
so this is in the 90s, so early 90s. So it would have been like only about 12 or 13 years old.
This is like at the end of the 1900s you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Back in the last millennium.
Right.
So we used to watch it because it was just a fun movie. And,
I agree. I think, it's fun.
As a matter of fact, there was one year, so every year, like they do this whole fraternity week, right, at or Greek week, at all the different universities and stuff. And so we did it here. And one day, every day during Greek week, they'd have different events and stuff.
Okay.
One day during Greek week, there was like I don't know, the competition was like whatever the Greek jester was. I can't remember the name of it, but like.
Endymion?
I don't know. So every fraternity sorority had to send like their best jester, and that person had to do something.
Was that
like,
you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was not me. It was a buddy of mine named Andres. We were all trying to figure out like what.
So you guys had an interracial gang.
Of course we did.
Yeah, okay, good.
We're in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Yeah.
So Andres goes over there. We're like, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know. I'll come up with something. And so other jesters are like telling jokes or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then it comes time for him to do his thing. And he puts 3 Coke bottles on his fingers. And he's like, Teeks come out to play.
Nice.
Like that. And
were they the nerd fraternity at your school? Teek?
No, they were.
Teek was famously the nerd fraternity at my school.
No, for us it was the
which meant I hung out with them.
If you can't go Greek, go Teek.
Okay.
It was the.
it's probably similar.
It was like the Detox.
Lower
If
tier.
you remember DTX and Animal House? You don't remember anything
We should
about
do
that?
Animal House.
Yeah, we should.
I don't remember it at
funny.
all. It's been a long time since I've seen
But
that.
no, we won an award for that. It was pretty cool.
He's in a did you ever see the movie Dreamscape?
He's in a lot of movies.
He's in a bunch
he just has a really unique look
He's
about
in
him.
Commando.
Yeah.
He's the creepy guy in Commando. He's the creepy guy in everything he's ever been in because he's a creepy guy.
Yeah, he just has that look, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like he should have been in more westerns. I feel like he's like kind of like the way Michael Biehn was in Tombstone. He could be like the creepy.
Well, if we had western now, like they had in the 50s, where you'd have the same bad guy would be in multiple different shows.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He would
playing
be,
pretty
would
much
be
the
that
same
dude.
character. Yeah.
He would be that dude.
Yeah, this guy Walter Hill, the guy that wrote this movie, he said everything he's ever done is a western.
Yeah.
In one way or the other. And I was thinking this one's it's totally you could see it being.
Well, he meant for this to be a western.
He meant for this to be a
but
western.
They didn't have the budget.
Which I can't quite, but I guess it would be riding horses to get away from, and I was thinking it's a little bit like the end of High Noon. Remember, he has to kind of get around the town. It's like him versus everybody. So it's a little bit like that. And it's similar, except the guns. And then I was thinking, it's very, well, we talked about it already, but it's very notable that the guns don't really play a big, except the murder at the beginning.
Yep.
The one guy who tries to use a gun, he sticks him with the knife.
Yeah, sticks him with the knife,
Which is probably the dopest part of the movie. Like just
that's
flicking that knife.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's really hard to do. I threw knives a lot when I was a kid, and it's,
I threw knives at people all the time.
I never threw a knife at a human being, but I feel like
I always
trying to
missed 'em.
hit somebody in the hand with a thrown knife.
Yeah, I would always miss their hand.
Just hit them in the belly.
Somewhere else, It was,
well, you got to do what you got to do.
so the movie was based on...
The movie is based on the Anabasis by Xenophon. Is that what we're talking about?
Talk about that.
Yeah, so that's like... I'm probably the
pretty
lamest.
highbrow.
I'm probably the lamest person in the world because I actually knew about that before I knew about this film.
It's pretty amazing.
It's a really great story because it's essentially this Greek phalanx of like 10,000 men. They get deep into the Persian Empire. They're hired as mercenaries, and this guy Cyrus is planning on taking over the Persian Empire and dies in a battle. And then the Greeks are stuck in the middle of the Persian Empire, trying to make their way back out of the entire Persian Empire.
Just getting walled from every side.
Getting attacked by everybody, and everything that happens in this film is kind of based on the episodes that happen in that story. And the end of the book is that they get to, I guess it's the edge of Asia Minor, so they can get back to Greece because they're at the sea. And they famously say, Thalassa, Thalassa,
The sea.
And so that's what happens at the end of this, except they get to Coney Island. And I was just like, you've got me. Like, you're doing this classical reference in a movie like this, I'm in. Like, I'm in 100%. They get to the sea at the end, and they have the big fight on the beach. And I love that. That's my kind of jam. So the guy's even named Cleon. Yeah. Cleon's the leader of the Greeks. And Cyrus is the name, and Cleon is the name. And then the other ones I don't think. Well, Ajax is a Greek hero, but he's from the Iliad. I don't know.
Yeah, that's from the Iliad.
I don't know if he's in this one. And also in the original Xenophon, it's a guy from the Eagles does the theme for the
Eagles, like Joe Walsh.
Yeah, Joe Walsh does the theme
Sweet.
in Xenophon. It's one of the.
That's pretty. That's pretty
awesome.
awesome.
Joke makes any sense, but I was really shocked.
Don Henley.
It's like a gang movie, and they're like by Joe Walsh. I'm like, nope, wrong. That's not.
Somewhere
Ugh.
Yeah.
I kept trying to think if I knew the song. It was like, I kept thinking that song. It's like, Hot Time in the City. And I'm like, that's not the
That's
right
not
song,
it.
right?
No,
But
no.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Joe Walsh sucks. What's that song by Joe Walsh? That he has one solo song that everybody knows. It was always on classic rock stations.
There's that one about...
It's the one where he's talking about how rich he is and he's got fancy cars. And what the hell is that song called? I know the song. I know all the words to it, but I can't think of it. And I remember I was like, oh, who's that song by? Somebody was like, Joe Walsh. I'm like, that's the lamest name for a rock musician I've ever heard. But anyway,
Joe Walsh. Yeah.
don't mean to trash this guy too much. But it's kind of funny. Back to the Xenophon thing is when you see all these gangs, right, in their different costumes and stuff like that, they all have a different costume. There's this famous inscription from the Persian Empire at Behistun, which is like a wall of every single person and every single group in the Persian Empire that dresses up in their different costumes because it's an empire and people from all over the world are fighting for the king. And there's this one scene in the movie where there's a bunch of Asian guys and they're wearing a Phrygian cap.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a famous thing from the inscription. I'm like,
noticed that.
who wears that in real life? Like, it's totally unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I was like, yep, cool, I'm in. Yeah, I like that. I like that reference. I like all that Greek Roman. Anytime you get me with that stuff, like, oh, brother, where art thou? Being based on the Odyssey.
Yes.
It's like, I'm in. I'll watch this.
Yeah.
This might be my biggest surprise. Should we get to that? Is it time?
Yeah,
for biggest
absolutely.
surprise?
Yeah.
So my favorite thing was the lady that does the DJ. So some of the stuff that's just the choices the director makes in making this movie are what make it better than it should be.
Yeah.
And the exposition at the beginning is really like they're getting on the train, but it keeps flashing back to them talking before they left. And everybody's a terrible actor.
Right.
But it's just structurally, I really like the way the film opens.
Yes.
So I want to give a nod to that.
I like that they're paying for their subway. I like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You just are very law-abiding.
Yes. Well,
I had this conversation. I was going to say this before, but I had this conversation with Alex because he when we moved to the city, he was like, he started going places with his friends by himself, and I'm like, don't jump the turnstile.
Yeah.
And he's like, everybody's doing it, and I'm like, trust me, you're the only white kid in the group. The cops are gonna mess with you because they know your dad will pay the ticket. Don't jump the turnstile. Right. So he was doing it for months, and then finally he got grabbed by somebody doing it, and he got really scared, so he didn't do it anymore afterwards. And he didn't admit it to me that I was right, but I was 100% right because he got singled out as the one kid. Right. Because they were like, no, that kid has a dad. We're going to talk to him.
That kid
like,
has money.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about. I've got $100 to pay a ticket for the token. For jumping the turn. Anyway, if he looked tougher, if he looked like he was in a gang, they would leave him alone. Is what I was trying to say. But I really liked throughout the movie interstitials with the lady doing the DJ and like telling the story. I thought that's a great because it's cool and slick, but also does some exposition. I love that kind of screenwriting solution.
So it's like off. Yeah, it's narration.
But it's stylistic and cool, right?
Like it's like source narration though. It's like it's like within it. Like there's a reason for that narration.
There's a reason for that.
It's not just some dude saying, "Hey, this happened."
Yeah, which is
happened,
terrible.
Blah, blah, blah.
I hate it. But this was a cool idea.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is the lady who does it is the woman who did the game show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
She's done a lot of stuff.
She's done a lot of things, but that's what I know her from.
Yeah.
I just heard her talking and I saw her face. I was like, that's the lady. It's Lynn Thigpen is the actress's name. But I was impressed that she was in that. Anyway, that was a big surprise to me. I knew about the Xenophon thing. That should be my biggest surprise because that's super cool. But I did know about that. It's kind of surprising the guys drop off the way they do. Like you get rid of the leader first, and then like Ajax gets caught, and the one guy gets killed. I guess I kind of expected them to all make it. Maybe it's like Magnificent Seven a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. But see, Ajax kind of showed that he's kind of a DB.
Oh, he's a jerk.
Like
jerk.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because he questions like Swan's power, whatever. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to that chick," and Swan's like, "We don't have time." He's like, "Yeah, I got time." He's like, Swan's like, "Whatever, let's just go."
I forgot the actress's name, but I think I might have done what Ajax did. I think
Mercedes.
I think I might have rolled the dice there. Yeah. The Lizzie's thing seems like an obvious trap. But the Mercedes rule thing seemed like you live in the city, you got to kind of grab those opportunities. Sometimes like interesting things can happen, so you got to kind of.
Well, that's true. Hey, how you doing?
You got to choose your own adventure sometimes, and not always make the smart choice.
Well, what's funny is like I think that she was supposed to be a prostitute, and he just like was gonna just like.
Well, she's an undercover cop.
Yeah, but I think she was.
He thought that she was a prostitute,
and so he was just gonna like force himself on.
I totally was going with like the horny old housewife from the Upper West
Oh,
Side.
no. I
hanging
think
out.
I think it's
Okay.
like, hey, baby, why don't you sit down and talk?
I mean, they didn't have
type
Tinder
thing.
in those days. If you wanted to have a
Right,
illicit
yeah.
hookup with a gang member, you had to go make it
Yeah,
happen.
actually go to the park in the middle
exactly,
of the night.
right. You had to roll the
Yeah.
dice, as they say.
So,
So you're surprised. Did anything? You've seen it, but you did some research? Did anything grab you?
Cricket.
Silence speaks
yeah,
volumes.
You're gonna have to cut this.
Are you
out.
on the? Should I finish the third one? Should we?
I'm on the third one.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I will.
Alcohol. God bless it.
So when Ajax gets arrested, I don't know if it was just someone else who was syndromic, but it looked like the dude from Moonraker. It looked like Jaws. I was like, what is the matter with that guy's face? Like, where do they find that guy? The zoo? Like, it was either Sloth from Goonies or Jaws from Moonraker that arrested Ajax. He had this gigantic face, and I was like, what
I
happened
had to
here?
go back and look at that.
The cops are different these days.
I guess my biggest surprise would be that Waits character.
That was interesting. I like that.
That was really, so I was like,
That's good research.
because he was he's a good actor, right? And he kind of disappeared. I mean, he I looked up his filmography, and he's been in a ton of movies, but always like bit parts and like this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it was that the director thought that he was going to be like a huge star,
Okay.
and like wanted him specifically for this movie, right? So got him, and then they just totally didn't agree on anything. I think he might be like the kind of like the classical artist, type of thing, and they just didn't get on. And,
He was method acting and being a gangster, like
yeah,
during the
right,
film.
exactly, yeah, maybe. But he looked the exact same way, and I the Thing I think came out before this movie, so this movie came out in '79.
I think The Thing is 81 or 82.
Oh, was it? Okay, because I looked up
off the top of my head. I don't really
Escape
know.
from New York is 81, because I looked up Escape from New York as a dystopian.
Oh, that's a good New York movie too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an extension of what The Warriors is like,
Yes,
right? Except
yeah.
you're imagining a future.
So the Warriors is like present, and then Escape from New York is future, right?
yeah. Unclear when. It's 82 is the thing.
But okay, 82 is the thing, same director, but 82 and 79, he looks exactly the same.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I look the same as I did 3 years ago. Right.
right.
I wish.
The thing is, like, after the fact, he's like, yeah, I wish that wouldn't have happened. I'm like, no crap. I mean, you
But the
basically
movie
lost the entire movie.
But we didn't really talk about this, but the movie was not a hit. The movie didn't do super well.
Oh, that was my biggest surprise. Excuse me.
All right.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask me again.
Clint, what was your biggest surprise in this film?
You know what my biggest surprise was?
Uh-huh.
This was rated X in France, and they forced them to take out a lot of the fight scenes
Why was it rated X in France?
because of the violence.
What violence? It's really pretty anodyne violence as far
Not
as
in
I can-
1979.
I guess.
in France.
Does the guy get stuck in the hand with a knife?
I think it was the fight scenes. It was like the big gang fight scenes.
What's the best fight scene to you?
Man, I don't know. Between the park,
I think the baseball furies
it was
of the
either
park is
baseball
right, yeah.
furies or the roller derby gay guys in the bathroom.
That's a good one. Yeah,
That was a good one, too.
They trashed that bathroom like
Yeah.
True Lies style.
Yeah,
Like they're
they
breaking
really did.
fixtures and
Yeah.
knocking the doors down. Like that's
Like,
why
that
the
was-
bathroom still looks that way today. is
Yeah, I
from
know.
that fight.
That's
yeah.
why they all look that way.
Yeah. Although I'll tell you, they don't have bathrooms.
No,
in
I
the
think
subway.
what they did is they remodeled all the bathrooms to look like that one because it was such a big hit.
Could
And
be.
they're like, hey, let's make it look like this.
So you can go through the subway stations and you can see where there were once bathrooms. And I feel like if it was a civilized society today, we would still have bathrooms. But there are no You can't use a bathroom in the subway.
Well-
There's an app you can get to actually tell you where bathrooms are in Manhattan because it can be obsessive. You can be out and you can be like, there's nowhere to pee because like
See, we need to do what they do in Europe. Just pay for it. Here's
sure, yeah,
put
that
a
would be
quarter
smart.
in, go pee in a nice place.
My dad had a story. Him and his buddy went on a road trip all across the country, and they ended up in San Francisco. And the two of them were like, "We've been together for like weeks. Let's just do our own day in San Francisco. We'll go off and we'll do our own thing." So my dad goes to use the bathroom, like pay toilet in San Francisco, and he pays. He goes in, he uses the bathroom. He comes back out, and somebody grabs the door so that they can go for free. And it's his buddy.
Oh, jeez.
He's like,
Really?
dude, like
Really?
you're saving a nickel by
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. What
I
are the
remember
odds?
that in the park. What's that park called? Hyde Park. In London.
In London, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got to go so bad. And once you go in there, it's beautiful. I mean, you can eat off the floor. You wouldn't. Maybe not. But
Yeah.
it's not what you would find in New York. in like an equivalent
No,
bathroom.
public bathrooms are gross, and most of the coffee shops and stuff just shut them down. Like,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
there's always like a fake thing
Like,
everywhere that says
no.
it's broken, even though
Yeah.
it's not broken, because
Yeah.
they don't want some homeless guy
Yeah.
going in there and dying of heroin overdose. Like it's just like
Right.
there are no public bathrooms. So you have to be
right.
careful about it. So
that was my biggest surprise. Was
Okay.
it was rated X in France.
that's interesting. That's interesting because I feel like you can put butter in someone's butt in France and no one cares in a film, right?
Well, I don't know. I think I might have mentioned it before, but when I was in first time I went to Australia.
Is this a butter in the butt story or is this a
Well,
okay
more of a margin.
Oh, whatever. It's
So we're checking out at whatever little grocery store we're at in Brisbane. I look down, I look at like the People magazines or whatever they have there, and it's nothing but full frontal nudity.
oh right,
On
yeah.
all the covers. I'm
Sure.
like, what the heck? We go back to our hotel. And I'm just kind of like flipping through the stations, and Lethal Weapon 2 is on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh right, yeah.
And so
I think I know where this is going.
yeah, and so we're watching Lethal Weapon 2, just kind of like mindless, we're tired.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, diplomatic immunity. And so the part comes on when the two of them are like,
They're fixing the door. in
they're
his house
fixing the
that's
doors,
going
yeah.
to get some WD-40.
and she's fully nude, no big deal.
Right.
And then it comes to the part where he shoots everybody, and it skips that
With a
scene.
gun.
With a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, not well
I-
with a like a mechanical gun. He shoots
Right.
everybody, but it skips that part.
Yeah.
Right. So the nudity is fine, and this is like on broadcast TV.
Yeah.
Nudity, no problem, but
Right.
violence is a problem.
Right. So I'm of two minds on this conversation. I've had this conversation with people from other countries, from Europeans and things like
Yeah.
that. I have a friend from Belgium that I talk to about the differences between Europe and the United States a lot. But I always say that the reason that is the way we do it is because it's easy to have a conversation with your child about violence.
Yes.
Violence is bad. Don't do it.
Right.
When it comes to sex, you can't say it's bad, don't do it.
Right.
It's just this more nuanced conversation
Yeah.
that maybe you're not ready to have. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's more complicated. Whereas it's like he shoots a bunch of people and your kid says, cool, that's not cool at all. Shooting people is bad, right?
Right.
Easy conversation.
Terrible. Yeah.
They have, two people that love each other very much, take off their clothes and get into a bed together. You can't be like, that's evil. Don't
Yeah.
ever,
But wait, he loves that. Those two love each other too now, but he just loved them.
Oh.
And now he loves
Well, you're talking
her.
about promiscuity depicted.
But-
yeah, that's
but,
different.
But he
That's
loves
different.
her now.
Yeah. I think he really likes the
No,
girl.
all five of them love each other at
The
one
girl
time.
in 2 he really likes, and Renee Russo in 3 he really likes. I feel like
I don't know. They all die at
I
some
don't remember.
point.
Yeah,
But
no,
whatever.
Renee Russo makes it. She's
There is a good point to be made that we were founded by Puritans. So
yeah.
yeah.
They were all about doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
You just had to be married.
Yeah.
They were like really. They would actually have they would publish treatises on what you can do with your wife, in detail, and they were not prudish at all.
Where in
You just couldn't do it outside of marriage, which is
where in the Warriors was this part?
it wasn't. It
Okay.
wasn't. Yeah. We
All right,
were
so that-
talking about the X rating it received in France.
Yes, yeah,
because
that
it
was
your
my biggest
surprise,
surprise,
right?
yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm the foisty, right?
I guess you chose both of these things.
Did I really?
Yeah. So,
Oh, jeez.
but you can call yourself the foisty, so that's fine. Yeah.
Did I choose them
You
both?
chose both. You were like, let's do these two things, and I was like, fine. I haven't done a show with you in so long. You can pick whatever you want.
All right.
And
Well, in that case, you tell me.
So we're considering me the foisty.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't realize I
So
was such a bully.
there's some bad acting in this film.
Terrible acting.
And that's the end of the bad things I have to say about it.
Yeah.
I think this film is good, surplus to requirements. This could have been a crappy blaxploitation film or just a
Yeah.
violence exploitation. But there's some awesome direction going on.
Mm-hmm.
The writing is good. There's this scene where they're on the train at the very end, and there's the prom goers that they run into.
Really interesting.
And
yeah.
that look on her face and his face, and there's this class conversation. And
yeah.
I was like, that's way more poignant than it needs to be.
Yeah.
And it goes on for a minute or two.
Yeah.
And I was like, somebody's trying to make a good movie. And I think they did because it's interesting on the fist fight level.
Right.
It's kind of like Highlander. You ever see Highlander? Which is great on the violence level, but also is a really interesting historical
Sure.
and fantastical film. It's like that. It's working on more levels than it needs to.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes a cult classic. And I would vote for it for that.
Very cool. Okay. Well, good.
I think the operating on more than one level,
Yeah.
or just beyond what it needs to do,
Right.
makes this a good film.
I think you're right. I think it's everything you said. When you're right, you're right.
Hey, this is the kind of relationship I like.
All right, man.
I say things and people say, yeah, everything you said, man.
Well.
That's great. Chin chin. X rating on the chin chin there.
Yeah,
I don't know
chin.
why, because we're in our vests and we had to stand up, which unfortunately reveals that we don't have pants on.
Yeah, well, can't win them all. All All right, my friend, we are giving this one our seal of approval.
Seal of approval.
And,
It has survived the toasting the classic gauntlet.
The gauntlet?
Phew, that almost came out very bad. Because we are not in Australia, we cannot say the word that almost came out of my mouth.
Oof. So when next we meet, it will be over Zoom.
It will be over Zoom. That's correct, yeah.
All right, man.
What do you want to do? I'm going to choose something.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, it's your turn.
We're going to wait a little while, so should we do a book? Or
Yeah, let's do a book.
feel like reading a book? Or are you too busy?
There's going to be a bit. Give me some time.
Let's not take as much time. Let's let you get your store up and running.
Okay.
So let's do a movie. Let's do...
The Hobbit, 1968.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. I've never seen the original Star Trek film, like the first Star Trek film.
Really?
I heard it sucks. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's watch the original Star Trek the motion picture,
Okay.
because I heard it sucks.
All right.
Let's see if it sucks.
Let's do it.
All right. That's what we're going to do. And we'll talk about Star Trek as a general phenomenon
Of course.
as well.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
So for Dave McArthur,
And for Dr. Clint Lanier.
we are peacing out. Good night, everybody, from Las Cruces, New Mexico, Mountain Time Zone. We are going to talk to you later. Peace out.
Bye.